Ayan, so good morning sa lahat. So this is our last Histolesson. Finally! This is Cold War. So this would be our last lesson for this year of AP8. Ma'am, alam ko meron pa pong isa, but, well, okay na yun. Kasi you have learned about League of Nations sa UNB naman, and I'm sure na on the next APs na matututunan nyo, lilitaw at lilitaw yung mga world organizations na supposedly na last lesson natin. So let's end this with this lesson, ang Cold War. Okay. So ano nga muna ba ang MELCs natin for this day or week, which is ayan. So natataya natin ang mga epekto ng mga ideolohiya. So that's the reason why we discuss about ideologies. Kasi actually, we could see in World War II, yung battle agad ng ideologies, pero mas tumingkad siya nung Cold War. At ang Neo-kolonyalismo sa iba't ibang bahagi ng daigdig. Actually, this is a broad topic pa na you could have different lesson about Neo-kolonyalism. Pero again, let's end this up. Okay na. Okay. So, sa paunang slide natin, actually, I would like to show you ayan, I disconnected a bit and I was reconnected again because of internet problems. Anyways, I'm here in our school. So, supposedly, dapat okay yung internet. So, we see on one side, this Team Iron Man natin, or Team Iron Curtain, is there are some countries that is alongside that flag. So, in the comment section, you could have, so shout out naman po pala kay Ivan na nanonood ngayon. Pati ba naman dito sa Histolesson ko, nakiyalo ka na rin, nakinood ka na rin. Wow. Okay. So, sige class, if you want to give two countries, name of countries on the Iron Curtain team. Okay, talagang sakto, no? Si Iron Man yung na-depict doon. Then we have the team Captain America. So we have America, and can you give also two countries that are kabilang naman doon sa team Cap America? Saktong-sakto talaga, no? Okay. So yun lang. So that's kind of presentation nyo. Give two countries from Team Iron Curtain and give two countries for Team Captain America, because that's our lesson for today. So, ano nga ba ang Cold War? Okay, Cold War. So, ang Cold War ay tunggalian ng ideologies sa pagitan ng mga komunistang bansa na pinangungunahan ng Soviet Union at mga demokratikong bansa na pinangungunahan naman ng Amerika. So, yun yung reason why we have shown that low quality meme wherein we have two ideologies standing. So, sino nga ba ang pinakamagaling na ideology? Kasi nung World War II, we have seen the rise of fascism and its fall. Okay? Then, ang natira na lang ay ang socialism ng USSR and the liberalism, capitalism ng Western world. So, sino nga ba ang mananaig? And ideologies are important kasi nga, parang kumbaga, kung ka-vibes mo yung ibang countries, they believe the same belief that you are in, there are less strife. Kaya talagang ito na yung magtatakda na sino nga ba ang pinakamagaling sa paniniwala, at sa paniniwalang yon, di ba, yung base natin, kung saan sino yung pinakamagaling, ay parang siya yung mangunguna sa mundo. Which is, ito na yung huling historical event natin na mag-explain what we are now. Like, looking at the world today, we see US still, tinitingala pa rin natin siya as a superpower, kahit na merong ibang countries na tinatry na mas mag-exceed kaysa sa kanya. Pero we know na based din sa history, the US made its place as the remaining superpower talaga na very influential to all the countries, especially us here in the Philippines. So, let's start. Okay. So, we will start with this idea of domino theory. Bakit ba kasi ganito sila? Why can't we have a world wherein we have sige, sila na yung communist, then we have, dito naman, wherein yung US at USSR, they are fearful na kapag di sila kumilos, if they're not being productive in spreading their beliefs. Parang lang yan no? Parang sa Christianity, yung Great Commission, parang they have this belief na if they don't win over other countries, maging allies nila, may impluwensyahan nung kabilang panig yung ibang countries to join their cause. And this is not just a battle of ideologies, but rather also of allies. Ilan ba yung mga kapanalig mo? And syempre, alam naman natin in any kinds of, parang kahit sa school, sa work, or sa any parang scenarios in life, pag marami kang kakampi, parang feeling mo ang powerful mo, you have influence. So, US and USSR, these two superpowers, are battling for dominance, influence over other countries. Okay? How? By covering up the basis, which is to ensure that most of the countries have the same beliefs as theirs. And if they have same beliefs, parang if there's a same cause, it would be easier for them to help each other, to fight for a common cause, ganon. Kaya yun po yung theory behind bakit talagang yung Cold War, kahit na yung Cold War kasi it's like parang, ang lamig talaga nila sa isa't isa. Okay? Walang war na talagang sumiklab between the two countries, but rather, nagpapakiramdaman sila, they keep on growing their influences. And, yung mga kapanalig nila, yung nagpa-fight ng battles for them. So, grabe, no? Okay? So, we will have this division. Di ba na-brought up na natin na, why can't the world divide na lang na, okay, this is the part of the communist, this is the part of the capitalist. And it did happen in history. In the side of Europe, we have the Iron Curtain, wherein Europe was divided into two. We could see the blue-colored countries in there that are capitalists. Okay? Then, dun sa East, which is katawing-katabi talaga ng Soviet Union, no? Yung mga Eastern Europe, the USSR influenced them. Kasi nga mga satellite to, mga nasa pangangalaga din ng USSR. Remember the Trusteeship Council of UN? So, medyo, yung USSR yung nagsusupervise sa kanila. Na-influensya na maging communist. So, nagkaroon ng division. This invisible line na, okay, kami yung capitalist, kayo yung communist. Okay? That's what we call the Iron Curtain. Team Iron Curtain ng internet ay ulan. Okay, we're back. Okay. Then we have Bamboo Curtain. Pangalan pa lang, alam mong Asian na, no? Not to be racist, I'm an Asian myself. Okay? Dito naman, hanggang ngayon, talagang yung Bamboo Curtain, hanggang ngayon, Bamboo Curtain pa din. Kasi these are the countries that are communist in Asia. So, we have China under Mao Zedong, or may ibang pagkakapronounce sa name niya, I forgot. But, Mao Zedong. Then, we have the Kilagang Korea sa ilalim ni Kim Il-sung, which is the grandfather of, si Kim Jong-un. Okay? Then, the Democratic Grabe, ganito pala pag nawawala na signal sa, sa Facebook. Pumutol-putol talaga. Okay. Ayan. So, going strong yung bamboo curtain na yan. Kasi until now, they're still clinging to communism. So, we have these curtains on the west side and the east side, isolating the communist countries to the rest of the world. So, talagang naisip nila yung idea na nasabi ko kanina, no, na, sige, let's have your way, we have our way. Let's see na lang kung sinong tatagal. At yun nga ang nangyayari. So, nagkaroon din po ng mga alyansang militar at nakarangan na ng camera ko yung doon sa Warsaw Pact. Sige, okay. I will dictate that to you. So, una, yung NATO. So, naalala ko, unang narinig ko to sa G.I. Joe. Okay. Actually, hindi naman una, pero unang narinig sa media, yung NATO, which is binubuo ng US, Canada, Britain, Netherlands, Belgium, Norway, France, at iba pang bansang kanluranin. So, ito na naman tayo eh. Countries really like mga alyansang militar, no? Ever since ancient times. And ito na naman, nag-aalyansa na naman sila. Ano ba yan? Then sa Soviet Union, syempre, hindi sila magpapahuli. They have Poland, Romania, Czechoslovakia, Hungary, and Bulgaria. More on the Iron Curtain, yung Warsaw Pact. Okay, so we have the curtains are lined up. We have the military alliances. And let's now go sa iba't ibang, by the way, ayan, more world map of the alliances na nangyari ng Cold War. Okay. So, by the way, kala nyo lang yung mundo lang yung nahati. Hindi, pati yung Germany. And actually, the map that I am displaying right now is Berlin. So, hinati nila yung Germany into 4, which is essentially 2 lang naman. Kasi yung tatlo, yung France, Britain, tsaka yung US are the same ideology. So, okay lang sila. They're friends. Meanwhile, the USSR got the Eastern. Tapos yung mismong Berlin na nandun sa Eastern, which is on the territory of USSR, hinati pa nila sa 4. So, imagine Germany. Talagang supervised ng 4 na to. At hinati-hati pa. So, talagang walang next na World War III na pamumunuan na naman ng Germany. So, ganun po talaga ang nangyari. Ganun talaga nahati ang mundo. Naging bipolar ang mundo. Okay? So, ano nga ba mga anyo ng World War? So, we see on the background some of the presidents or the leaders that are behind the Cold War. Kung kailan nangyayari yung Cold Wars, namuno sila. So, ano nga ba yung mga anyo nito? Ayan. So, first we have what we call the proxy war. Proxy. Okay? Hence the word. Kaya nga hindi nangyari na talagang nagsabugan ang USSR tsaka US kasi yung mga kaalyansa nila or yung kanilang mga katropa nakipag-away for them. Okay? So, yun nga, sa halip na silang dalawa, pinangunahan ito ng mga satellite, client state, o yun nga yung tawag sa kanila, mga kontrolado at kaalyadong bansa nila. Okay, so we have 3 proxy wars. Actually, ngayon ko lang natutunan yung isa, which is yung sa Afghanistan. It's a proxy war pala. Okay, then we have the Vietnam War. Then we have the Korean War. Actually, the proxy war, we could see still yan today. Kung saan yung mga bansa na parang they have this ideology, then the superpowers will supply their troops or their mga equipments, diba? So, medyo hanggang ngayon, nakikita nyo pa rin yung proxy war na yan. So, dito siya talagang nag-start, kung saan there is this superpower behind, then they would try to defend their ideology in those places. So, let's start with Vietnam. Korea pala, sorry. Korean War. So, meron tayo dito na noong 1910 kasi, ang Korea is under the Japanese. So it's a colony. Then, lumaya ang Korea. So, ito na ha. Dapat, ito na yung explanation bakit yung sa mga Korean dramas nyo, it's more of South Korea, it's not of the North Korea. Why is Kim Jong-un even a leader? Okay, this is the cause. Okay, so listen closely for those K-drama fans that are interested on their history. So, yun na nga, 1910. So, hinati po ito ng USSR for dun sa taas, dun sa Hilaga, and sa US sa Timog. So, hinati na naman po. Talagang hinahati nila yung mga, yung mga bansa noon as trustees. Yun nga lang, on 1950, the North Korea attacked the South Korea. Okay? So, hindi sila na-satisfy sa territory nila and they wanted to expand their territory and ideology. Imagine kung nanalo yung North Korea nung digmaang Koreano, siguro wala tayong K-drama at talagang si Kim Jong-un ay so much power. Pero hindi ito nangyari kasi rumesbak ang US at ang UN. Kasi nga, under trusteeship council, what? Teka, wait. You're not supposed to do this. Okay? So, rumesbak sila sa pamumuno ni General Douglas MacArthur. So, kaso, yun, ma-annex na yung buong Korea. Imagine nyo naman kung nanalo yung South Korea. So, talagang Korea, K-pop fever, and K-drama wave. Then, hindi natin makikilala si Kim Jong-un. Kaso hindi. Rumesbak din yung China. So, ito ha. They're fighting in a different country. Okay? Not their own. Nagkakampihan lang sila. Kaya bumalik sa 38 parallel yung dalawang panig. So, yun po ang nangyari sa Korean War na they were initially divided into the 38 parallel. Then, trinay nila mag-agawan base, pero ending, they went back where they started. So that's why we have this dividing line. The 38 parallel, hindi ko pa napapanood ang Crash Landing Onto You at ayoko sana manood kasi sobrang busy pag ako na-addict yan. I can't do anything. Pero ang alam ko, synopsis, di ba? Yung bidang babae, si Son Ye-jin, okay? Nag-parachute, tumawid ng 38 parallel napunta sa North Korea. So, yun po, it's just a line that is so much heavily guarded. And anything that would happen that is not so good, unpleasant, between the both sides, it could mean war. Mga ano pa man din yan, mga, tignan nyo, di ba yung mga K-pop idols nyo sa South, they have this, parang ROTC, pero matinding ROTC, like years na military service. Then North Korea is also ready with their arsenals. If you watch, yung movie ni James Franco ba yun? Okay, hindi siya ganong, maganda panoorin, but it's a funny yet, cringy movie. Ayun, both sides are ready for war because of this digmaang Koreano. So, it's a fragile piece that we have in the Korean Peninsula today. So, ayan. So, that's the first proxy war. The second proxy war is the digmaang Vietnam. Miss Saigon, may Lea Salonga. That is the setting. Okay, sorry. That is the setting. Okay. So, yung naman, so, diba binibitawan na nga kasi yung mga colonies. So, we have the Indochina under French. So, binitawan na ng French kasi nga, naging independent na eh. Now, this is also divided by the North and South, wherein Ho Chi Minh of the northern part, they supported communism. So, sumuporta din yung USSR tsaka China doon. Meanwhile, sa South ay sinusuportahan ng US. Now, Ho Chi Minh, just like Kim Il-sung, wanted to expand to get the whole country into communism. So, sinuportahan ni Ho Chi Minh ang Viet Cong, which is the guerrilla at the south, wherein sino yung mga sumusuporta naman dun sa kanilang cause on communism, pati sa south. So, tinulungan naman ng US ang South Vietnam. So, yun yung reason why we have the US involvement in the Vietnam War. We see Saigon, we see the utilization of the Clark Air Base dito sa Pinas. Diyan nagkukuta yung mga US soldiers to be sent to Korea or sa Vietnam. Kasi nilusob din yung barko sa kanilang, sa Golfo ng Tonkin. Talagang yung US, no? I see this in history na pag may inatake kang, parang barko, lagi silang tumatalon sa war. Nakakailang ulit na to. Okay? I remember Lusitania, Pearl Harbor. Basta, pag inatake mo yung ship nila, lagot ka. Ganon. Okay. Pero dahil yung mga Americans, they see no sense in this. They are liberals. Remember the liberal ideology na, why care about them? We are not directly affected by these Vietnamese people. So what kung maging communist sila? So yun yung naging thinking ng ilang mga Americans na okay, yes, we have this domino theory going on, pero we're liberals. We're not supposed to make pakialam to them. Okay? So, nagprotesta yung mga mamamayang Amerikano kasi they're losing the war. Wow! US is losing the war because it's different. Okay? It's different na ang kalaban mo is someone who is fighting on their native ground. Mga guerrilla to eh. So, inatras yung American troops and the Viet Cong and Ho Chi Minh won. So, Vietnam War was won by the communists. So, nakita natin doon sa unang proxy war na it's a stalemate. Okay? We see that in even today na ang North Korea is communist, the South Korea is capitalist. We see Vietnam being won over by the communists. Okay? How about when did the USSR lost? Actually, yun yung third. Ngayon ko lang, like, I was browsing the textbook kagabi, tapos ngayon ko lang nalaman na, wow, there's this third part na, the USSR lost. So, parang talagang stalemate lang sila, no? And that is yung digmaang Afghan, where it happened in Afghanistan. This is on the later part na po ng netong Cold War. So, noong 1979, pinasok ng Soviet ang Kabul, which is the capital of Afghan. Kasi gusto na suportahan yung komunistang pamahalaan doon. But the Muslims don't like communism. Kasi remember, communism or socialism, gamitin na lang natin yung term yun kasi I don't like using communism kasi hindi naman yun yung kanilang ideology. It's socialism. Maling term. Okay. Ayaw ng mga Muslim noon. Maraming namatay sa kanila, lumisan sila, and they kumampi sila sa guerrilla. Iba talaga pagkalaban mo guerrilla, no? Muhahidin. Okay. The Muslims don't like communism or socialism, rather. Kasi sa communism class, Marx believed that religion is opium of the masses. Am I quoting it right? Pero isa sa mga sa linya nila, they believe that religion is a social construct wherein it creates division amongst people. That religion is parang it's a scapegoat na kapag nahihirapan ako siguro, sinadya lang ni God na mahirapan ako, tinetest niya ako. Or, wow, I'm being blessed because I have these blessings. So parang, ang paniniwala ng mga komunista and socialista, it's a scapegoat Na parang may masabi tayo, may mapagbuntungan tayo ng galit pag nahihirapan tayo or meron tayong i-attribute ng blessings kung we feel blessed. So they don't like religion. Because they believe also that it creates social na pagkakahiwalay. Kasi di ba, remember, for example, sa Hinduism, we have the caste system. Di ba? Even in the Christianity, there are some pastors, there are some apostles. Hindi ko ma-quote yung verse na yun eh. We have teachers, we have the disciples, di ba? They don't like religion sa communism. So the Muslims, being religious people, they don't like communism kasi, what? Gusto mong mamuno sa amin isang tao na ayaw sa religion, na ayaw may religion kami, napapatayin kami kung may religion kami. Wow. So, aawain namin sila. So, kinondena din ng UN yung action. Kaso ito na nga, ginamitan pala ng USSR ng veto. That's why, ito yung kakulangan ni UN eh. Yung tipong, okay. Okay, we're back. Okay, game. So, imagine, no, yung China, may veto power din yun sa UN. So, okay, next. Hindi nakipagdigmaan ng US kasi nakita nila yung pattern na parang kami to nung Vietnam War, kami to eh. And they're bound to lose. And eventually, the USSR lost. Natalo din sila ng mga guerrillang Afghan. Tapos pinatral ni Mikhail Gorbachev noong 1988. So nakita natin yung tatlong uri ng proxy war. Example pala, we have the stalemate, which is the Korean War. The US lost in Vietnam War, then USSR lost in the Afghan War. So, quits lang silang lahat. Okay, next is the space race. Okay, so, I believe that Cold War is really pag-accumulate ng mga allies at pagyayabangan sa dalawang bansang to eh. Okay? So, nagyayabangan sila na, okay, ako yung pinakamagaling. So, they even brought it to space and kind of thankful sa competition na to kasi we have NASA now. We have these discoveries in science, in astronomy because of this space race. So, I would just pinpoint 3 achievements of the both countries in terms of space race. Ang dami nilang achievements. Kaya, 3 na lang kasi dadami pa eh. Una, Sputnik 1. So, yung Sputnik 5, that's the vaccine. But the Sputnik 1 is the first ever artificial space satellite sa kasaysayan. Which is on the side of the USSR is their bragging rights. Like, kami yung unang nakapagpadala ng satellite sa space. We're high-tech. Galing ng communism. Nagawa namin to. So, natakot si US. At hindi ko na po i-quote sino yung pinadala nila or ano yung pinadala nila kasi, ayan eh, we know the winner on this round, which is USSR with their Sputnik 1. Ma'am, anong use niya? Wala. Okay? Actually, it's just an item being brought to space and it has this beeping sound. Yun lang. Wala siyang halaga in terms of telecommunication. Wala pa nun. Yun lang siya. Pinadala lang siya sa space. Tapos, bragging rights na. Next. We have Yuri Gagarin. So, round 2. Sino ang unang magpapadala ng tao sa space? By the way, in between class, bago po siya pinadala, nagpadala muna ng aso, si Laika. Unfortunately kay Laika, pinadala nga siya sa space, the first ever dog in space. He's mongrel or mixed breed. Namatay siya. So, she suffered the most horrible death ever in space. Kung saan, diba, lang siya, animal test. Unang animal sa space. And, pinadala siya doon. Naluto siya sa loob ng kanyang spacecraft. So, because of the sacrifice of Laika, the dog of USSR, napag-aralan pa to ng USSR until it is possible to launch Yuri Gagarin in space. So, Yuri Gagarin is the first person in space. Umikot lang siya sa mundo. Okay? Actually, nakailang beses siyang ikot sa mundo. Like, after pagkababa niya, then magla-lunch ulit yung USSR, siya ulit. Na-enjoy yata sa labas eh. Ayun. So, nung ika-12 ng April 1961. So, grabe, no? At this point, may isip mo ko, isa kang Amerikano. Grabe, ano na, lagi tayo na pag-uunahan ng USSR. Ano ba? US galaw-galaw, nasa galaw-galaw naman dyan. And, eventually, the US won the space race. Kasi, yes, you launched the first satellite. Yes, you launched the first person in space. Yes, you launched the first dog in space. Yes, you launched the first woman in space. Ang dami actually nagawa sa USSR eh. You made the man na first spacewalk din sila sa space. So actually, kung ikay Amerikano, matatakot ka kasi lagi na rin pag-iiwanan ng US. Asan yung US? Lagi silang second. And they managed to win by sending Neil Armstrong and Aldrin sa buwan. Na paglakad sila sa buwan. Now, why is this important? Kasi, I know that you heard of conspiracy theories na moon landing is fake. You're not alone kasi ako din nung high school, sinasabi rin yan ng mga classmates kong, moon landing is fake. Kasi ito yung mga parang pinotoshop na ganyan. Pero whether it's fake or not, sige, let's establish na it's true. Why is the first landing on the moon important? Okay, JM, this is Cold War na po kami. We're on our last lesson na ano na. Okay. Class, yung landing on the moon is important kasi this is the last bragging right eh. Kung matalo si US dito, for example, the USSR managed to land the moon, to land a person to the moon, wala na, panalo na sila. So, Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin managed to get hold of the moon. They managed to walk on the moon. So, sa US, finally, yung tipong, oh yeah, nauunahan kami ng mga USSR nung una, pero we managed to get the biggest achievement. So, hindi natin masisisi ang US kung sakali, hindi ko sinasabi na fake to kung sakaling fake to, big achieve, parang ano kasi, why would they cheat kung sakali na Photoshop to? Kasi nga, lagi silang natatalo eh. So, parang naisip nila, pwede, possible talaga. Kasi big deal to eh. Pag ikaw ay nagpalan sa moon, ikaw ang panalo sa space race. And eventually, naglaylo sila kasi sobrang gastos. Tingnan niyo si Elon Musk, di ba? Siya yung billionaire natin ngayon, kaya padala sa Mars. Eh, mga panahon na to, after ng space race, naghirap din yung dalawang bansa, kakapadala. Wala naman sila nakukuha masyado dito eh. Okay? But bragging rights lang talaga. Pero it really improved our telecommunication. Kasi di ba, by launching satellites, by learning about the outer space, we have this internet. Di ba? So, okay. Next naman po is arms race. So, paramihan lang sila ng armas. Yeah, arms race. So, kita nyo dyan, dami nilang nuclear weapons. Yun kasi, paramihan sila ng armas, pabonggahan, palakihan, para ma-intimidate yung kabilang side. Pero hindi nila ginamit. Thankfully, kasi imagine nyo, pag ginamit yan, sana hindi na tayo buhay ngayon. Kasi nga, isang bomb lang dyan. Para sa Terminator 2, di ba? Ano ba to? Parang ang oldies naman na mga binabanggit kong reference. Then we have propaganda warfare. So, ito po yung example ng mga posters na pinopost nila sa streets na, katulad dito sa first nating picture, di ba? Ito ay USSR na poster na parang pag nakita mo, wow, so, ang yaman namin, we're so self-sufficient, we are a country of farmers, we have enough food. Actually, hindi. It's just propaganda, actually. Then we have on the second panel, which is, yun nga, here the Philippines. Kasi ito yung mga panahon ni Ferdinand Marcos in the Philippine timeline. the poster wanted us to stop communism. Okay? So, then, we have this third panel, which is a poster na parang tinatakot ang mga US citizens na kung mapailalim tayo ng komunista, if the USSR managed to get hold of the whole world, including US, yan ang mangyayari sa atin. Anarchy. Diba? Kung makikita mo yung poster, okay, I won't like communism. Okay? Then, support sa USSR yan. Bragging rights na, kami yung unang nagpadala ng satellite. Kami yung unang nagpadalin ng tao sa labas ng mundo. We're so smart. Kaya mag-communist na kayo. Okay, ganun po yung propaganda warfare. So, mas more nakikita natin na yung propaganda warfare in the side of the USSR, they are bragging their achievements. They're painting this picture na maunlad talaga sila as communists. Meanwhile, yung US naman, they paint communism as bad. Okay, sinisiraan nila yung kabilang side. So, they have these techniques on propaganda. Then, next, we have espionage. So, do you wonder why we have this James Bond 007 films? Nag-ugat siya sa Cold War. Okay, yung mga spies na to, there are actually real spies in history na they are so cool and they are so sad kasi nga hindi rin ganong good yung kanilang mga stories, yung iba sa kanila nahuhuli, napapatay, ganon. They are branded traitors. So, yun po yung they are spying on the other side kasi nga, dun sa Iron Curtain and Bamboo Curtain, they don't have any idea what's going on in the other country. Baka gumagawa na yan ng better na weapons, ano pa kaya yung plano nila. So, actually, magpupulong sila sa Paris nito kaso dahil sa mga nagkahulihan sila, hindi rin natuloy agad. So, there are two cases wherein espionage is involved. The first one is the U2 incident, kung saan merong aeroplano, spy plane, ang US na talagang joyride lang siya dun sa taas, picture-picture ng mga military bases sa baba. Medyo low-tech si USSR ng mga panahon na yun. Hindi niya paabot, like yung kanyang, kunwari, ito yung plane. Tapos yung kanilang missile. Okay, di abot. Then, dun sa finally, the USSR invented a missile na abot yung U2. So, nung nilaunch nila yon, okay, going down si U2, which is, ayan, nahuli yung kanyang pilot. So, okay. So, yun po yung nangyari. The first incident yan. The second incident is the Cuban Missile Crisis. So, okay na. Good. Kasi, nag-disconnect na naman ako. Sige. Next one is the Cuban Missile Crisis. So, hindi na po tayo gumagamit ng U2 dito. Napicturean po ito ng US using satellite. So, well, actually, pwede rin naman, may U2 din sila doon. So, basta nakita siya na parang, sa Cuba. So, this is a satellite by USSR. It's one of the, even today, going strong. Communist pa rin sila. So, may nakita, bakit may ballistic missiles dyan? Bakit may launching site dyan? Ang lapit pa man din niya sa US. It's just in the Caribbean So, pinatras po pinatras po yan ng sa USSR na parang, bawal yan. Ay, di matras si USSR. Okay. So, paano po nagtapos tong Cold War? Finally. Okay? Actually, I would like to say na sadly, ang USSR, di niya natagalan ang coldness, ang Cold War. Kasi ganito, class. Doon pa lang sa ideology kasi, nagkakatalo na. We have the capitalism, which is very competitive, very efficient. You would learn that in economics kasi ang lente talaga natin sa economics is capitalist. It's not communist. Communist kasi, it believes on socialist pala, sorry. The socialists believe that the state must control everything, even the market. So, hindi siya efficient kasi In economics, in laissez-faire, you would have the price control, the the quantity, specialization, whatnot. It's very efficient and it's also automatic, parang ganon. It's an invisible hand. Eh kung dun sa socialist naman, mano-mano, like kailangan pag-aralan to ng government, magkano yung iaalat, paano niya imomotivate yung mga workers niya. So dun pa lang sa ideology, nanaig talaga si capitalist. So yun nga, hindi sila makasabay sa technology. Because people are not motivated na mag-invent. Bakit ka mag-invent kung ang sahod mo din ay katulad sa farmer? Diba? Hindi sila motivated to create new technologies. Next. Yung pagbibigay ng tulong sa mga kalyado nito at paglahok sa arms race at space race. Plus, imagine nyo still si USSR na bully, na meron siya mga katropa, which is the Iron Curtain, Team Iron Curtain, tsaka si Team Bamboo Curtain. Tapos, ikaw yung tipo ng kaibigan na libre ka ng palibre, like, tara, kain tayo sa labas, libre ko. Tara, huwag nating isama yung mga capitalist na yan, libre ko kayo. Eventually, nakaka-drain ng funds, ano ba? Tapos, lumahok siya sa arms race at space race, kung saan ang gastos niyan, wala siyang balik. Okay, wala kang kikitain. Ang mga tao sa USSR, imbes na pagkain, napupunta sa spaceship or sa rockets, yung kanilang pagpera. So, naghihirap mga tao dito. At mababa rin yung moral ng mga manggagawa dito. Yun nga, kasi una, they're not motivated. Okay, second one, yung pera na dapat pang-support sa nila na pupunta sa arms race, sa space race, at sa mga kaalyado ng USSR. So, they're not proud to be a communist or socialist. Okay. Then finally, ito na nga sinasabi ko, that's why actually, I believe, personally, to me, that communism and socialism will not work. Because there's still discrimination. Na yung, di ba, sabi natin, dun sa estado, kukunin niya lahat ng resources mo. You give it to them, and bahala na sila mag-segregate. May discrimination kasi sabi nga ni Thomas Hobbes, diba? People are naturally brutish and selfish. Okay? May discrimination na, okay, kapartido kita. Sige, sa'yo yung marami. Tapos, ayan, normal farmer lang yan. Kamagana makikinabang. So, it's almost like fascist, no? So, parang hindi sila nagkakatalo. So, bumagsak po ang economy ng USSR. So, yung diba, they having this race, they have this Cold War, eventually, nag-breakdown si USSR. Parang kumbaga sa magjowa lang na, na may cool off. Tapos yung isa talaga yung nag-mental breakdown, tsaka umami na, ayaw nyo na. Ayaw nyo na. Okay. So, again, next is Mikhail Gorbachev. So, ayan. So, Mikhail Gorbachev is the leader that really, hindi naman siya yung nag-brought out sa USSR, pero sa tingin ko, yun yung tingin sa kanya, ng kanya mga forefathers, at saka pero yung mga fellow Russians niya, hindi naman ganun yung tingin niya, I guess. Kasi siya yung nag-introduce ng mga series of changes in Russia, in USSR, that brought down communism. Kasi mas more, kung titingnan nyo itong mga policies na to, he's more on the liberalist, capitalist point of view. So, una niyang una niyang in-introduce is glasnost. Glasnost is open na yung pamahalaan into public. This means democracy, right? Kasi democracy, it establishes transparency, participation of the people. So, doon pa lang medyo nakakalata ka na na, uy, bakit ka nagiging open sa public? This is a democratic point of view, ganon. Next one, perestroika. So, perestroika is when sinasaayos niyo po yung economy na pinapapasok niya na yung mga forces ng pamilihan in terms na hinahayaan niya na yung mga pabrikang gumawa ng sariling desisyon. Choices. That is a very liberal point of view. Next, hinayaang kumita ang mga magsasaka to keep the profit on themselves. This is really capitalist. So, dito pa lang, doon sa dalawa niya pa lang na policies, nakita nyo na this is not communist point of view. This is not socialist point of view. These are democratic in terms of politics. And this is laissez-faire in terms of economics. These are the liberalist, capitalist point of view that the Western countries advocated. So, doon pa lang, nakikita nyo na, okay, this is going down na. Next, siya yung nagpalis doon sa Soviets sa Afghanistan. So, inamin niya na talo sila. So, that's a big blow din sa USSR. Sinawalang visa niya rin yung Warsaw Pact. So, you see the Iron Curtain going down. Tinanggal niya na. Like, then, nagsulong siya sa pag-iisa ng Germany. So, what is going on? Talagang nililet go niya na yung communism. Okay? Kasi pag-iisa yun yung Germany has to submit to the ideology of the other three. Diba? Kasi syempre, kung magkaiba pa rin yung ideology nila, hindi naman magsasama yan eh. Then finally, hindi niya na tinutulungan yung mga Marxist na countries. So, natigil na siya sa panlilibre. Na-realize ka, ang gastos-gastos ka pala. Okay. At di na siya susubok ng armas nuklear. So, Mikhail Gorbachev is the leader that really put the end on Cold War. So, ayan yung mga nangyari na parang, ito yung series of events na nangyari. How did USSR ended? Yung Iron Curtain, it went down. Yung mga states ng Soviet Union, naghiwa-hiwalay, nagsarili. That's why we have the Central Asia right now, Ukraine, yung mga stance natin. Nagkaroon ng coup na nag-house arrest kay Gorbachev para pigilan yung perestroika. There are some who really like how they... Kasi yung mga mga communist na partido na nakinabang dun sa sistema. Kaso, they failed kasi yung mga tao gusto na rin talaga magbago. They don't like what's happening under the socialist rule. Kasi nga, it's really ineffective. So, bumagsak yung... Okay, we're back. Then, nagkaroon talaga ng kagutuman. So, nagrasyon sila ng pagkain, but you see, it's not really working. So, pinalitan ni Boris Yeltsin si Gorbachev bilang pangulo ng New Russian Federation. So, we have now Russia. And, ang huling pangyayari is bumagsak ang Berlin Wall. So, Berlin Wall is the concrete wall. Imagine yung wall na gusto ipatayo ni what you call this? Sino yung huling pangulo ng US ng nakaraan, yung natalo? Si forgot. Sige. Parang gano'n, wall. Yung di ba may US and Mexico wall na hindi naman effective but ganun din sa Germany na yung Berlin, nahati siya, di ba, into four. Essentially, naging dalawa kasi yung Western Bloc and Eastern Bloc, merong wall na talagang sinet up doon to separate the people. Kasi yung mga tao sa Eastern, kasi nga, sa hirap ng buhay doon, they wanted to go to the Western Bloc. And the people, the soldiers of USSR are trying to prevent them. Now, gusto nga, diba, ni Gorbachev pag-isahin ng Germany. So, the concrete monument and symbol of the Cold War is the Berlin Wall. Bumagsak siya, like, yung mga tao, ayan, they're celebrating, dinamolish yung wall. They're having fun kasi ang dami rin mga families ang nagkahiwalay nung sinet up yung wall na yun. Overnight, nagkaroon ng wall. So, masaya silang lahat. And the Cold War ended. So, sino po yung nagwagi? So, kung balikan natin yung ating poster, Team Iron Curtain or Team Captain America? Captain America won. So, we have US as the remaining superpower that is the most powerful in the world. But now, we see the dynamics, the power dynamics changing, di ba? Pero, in history, we see US talaga na nag-remain. So, yun po ating lesson about Cold War. Exactly 1 hour. I hope you learn a lot and I hope na ayun nga, until Friday po yung mga natin requirements natin Okay, this is also our last lesson. Ayun lang. So, I'll stop streaming na po. Hindi ako nakapag-record. Sana ma-record siya ng Facebook. Ayun lang. Sige. See you na lang and please comply with your requirements. Thank you.